Yep, what's good? So it has exactly been 1 year since I started day trading, exactly 1 year since I watched TGR's bootcamp. And I just want to make a quick video kind of reflecting on how my journey has been, the ups and downs, and also I think I honestly need a reflection on how it's been going and like some reasons that I could maybe not be profitable right now. So I don't know, let's just make it like a book. So chapter one, I need money. So this is like August. This is exactly this time last year. I remember, I think it was August 7th or August 8th. I got home from work. I work at Kumon. I still do. Haven't quit my job yet. I came home. I was thinking to myself, and like also with one of like this girl that I really wanted, she also started dating this one guy. And I was just in my feels, bro. I got home, I felt like shit, ate dinner, and I just went to my room and just started scrolling on TikTok thinking I was a freaking loser. I was like, what the hell is going on with my life, right? So then, it comes to my mind, I'm like, bro, I need to make some money. So I'm just searching up on TikTok how to make money in the big 2024. And I'm scrolling around, see drop shipping, so, something like making designs for your own thing here, like making a design and then putting it on a coffee mug or like mouse pads or something like that. And I'm just like scrolling around and then I see day trading pop up, and like it reminded me of because when I was like 7 or 8, I remember I saw my dad looking at these charts. He was looking at forex charts at the time. Now that I understand it, but yeah, he explained to me like, yo, it's like you can make money off predicting if it'll go up or predicting if it'll go down. And I was like, at the time I didn't really care because I was like, I didn't really understand what was going on, but yeah, so I'm on TikTok and I see the day trading and I'm like, shit, maybe it's time for me to lock in on this. So then look into it. I'm like, how to start day trading in 2024. And then what do I see? I see TGR's bootcamp pop up. I see a TikTok and it's like, want to start day trading in 2024? And then it's just like a slideshow and then it shows like TGR's face zoomed in, him crying and shit. And it's like, watch TGR's bootcamp. It gives you a good foundation to psychology and everything. Puts you in a good starting position to start day trading. So yeah, hop onto YouTube, search up TGR bootcamp day one. And then what do I see? I see bootcamp day one, take action. And then I click on the video and I just start watching it, watching it 2 times speed, getting through it. He's really emotional, really real with you. Like it's insane how good he was at like portraying his emotion, because that just made you want to trust him more. So yeah, I watched the entire video thinking that I'm gonna get rich soon, and scroll through the playlist. I see like all this stuff and I'm like, wow, I'm gonna learn so much, right? So yeah, go to bed, and the next morning I wake up and I'm like, I'm motivated, I'm ready, I get my protein shake, I get my walnuts. I remember this is like a core memory for me. I remember I was just watching the TGR bootcamp videos, two a day, and then I have my notebook as well here. I used to use this notebook for like my life, just like a life journal, and just me yapping about girls and like basketball. But yeah, I have the notes, just like day one, and then candlesticks and stuff, and then I just have my notes all throughout here. It was pretty tough. I was locked in, bro. I was actually like taking notes. I was actually locking in, learning. It was good, I was focused. I was like, I felt like this was all gonna work out in the end, and I was like, yo, by this time next year I'm gonna have a car. Little do I know, I don't have a car right now. So yeah, so I'm just locked in watching bootcamp, and then by the end of like August, last week of August, I decided that I'll start demo trading. So download MetaTrader on my phone and I start making a demo account with them, and yeah, start demo trading for some time, and it's going good. I won the first like 3 or 4 trades, I remember, and I thought I was on top of the world. I was like, yo, I'm gonna become so rich. I'm gonna become like a millionaire by 18. I turned 18 in not even 4 months, and I turned 18 in 4 months, but that's insane. But yeah, I'm not at that point yet. I don't think I will. Like, trying to be realistic, I don't think I will become a millionaire by 18 years old. So yeah, I was optimistic, but then what happens? I lose like the next like 10 trades in a row, and then I'm like, bro, is this trading thing a scam? I was like, bro, how do I win? How do I go from winning to losing? And it's just like, it's making me annoyed. I'm like, what is this, bro? I was getting annoyed, getting really annoyed, and well, I said annoyed. I was just getting annoyed, bro. I was like freaking like questioning the existence of freaking day trading. I was like, should I even put more effort into this? And basketball season's coming up as well, like November or October. So throughout September, I'm consistently still like trading, still on demo. But then October comes around, November comes around, and even halfway through December, I was just more focused on basketball because tryouts were coming. So I was training in the morning, getting shots up as much as I could, and that just led me to put more energy into basketball rather than trading. So what I was doing, bro, I remember this. I was literally like going to like the rec center to put shots up, and then I was putting shots up in the morning, and then I would be like on my phone. I would be like, "Yo, did we just sweep liquidity on GBP JPY, and did we just break structure?" And I would be trying to freaking figure out the position size, trying to figure out the lot size, and I'm just like trying to trade in the middle of like freaking like training, in the middle of shooting around, and it's like, it was not good. I was not focused. That's the main issue. I was half-assing trading. Trading was the back burner, and basketball was the first thing. So that caused me to lose more focus on day trading. Day trading just kind of went to the back of my mind, something extra. And this happened from October, November, and halfway through December. So then that's like kind of like chapter 2, and then chapter 3 is like midway through December is like I realized that I actually need the money. I actually want to make the money. So what do? I tell the coach that I have a surgery, and did I have a surgery? No, not at all. I did not have a surgery. I just faked it. People believe it because last year I actually had a surgery. Last year in March I actually had a surgery, and that was actually like a real thing. But then I said that the same thing happened again. I just gotta like stop playing, But I didn't actually have to. I just wanted to find a reason to get out of basketball and try getting a refund because I spent like, I don't know, like $200 on it. It was like, it's not that much, but like still, I didn't get it back. So it's kind of tragic. But yeah. So what I was doing was after quitting basketball, I was still like not fully focused on training. I was like, like texting the huz. No, I don't get them girls, but it's like I was like putting training. I was still not fully focused on training. So then last week of December, I started watching TGR's videos again. I see the Forex strategy video, and then I'm like, okay, maybe I'll try this. So I watched that video. It's going good. I understand it, and then I look over like the full chart of all the candles I could look at on TradingView, get my reps in, looking at the full chart, and start understanding it more, and just feeling like it clicks a bit more. Even though they're like the bootcamp strategy and the Forex strategy are like very similar, I just felt like this one just made a bit more sense. So yeah, last week of December, I started looking at demo trading that, and then all of January I actually do that as well. So this was like more of a locked in period. I was more isolated. I still like socialized. I still hung out with friends and stuff like that. But at this point I started listening to Trading in the Zone, like the audiobook. I also started hitting the gym consistently because before that I would just go when I felt like it. But this time I was like following my routine fully, going max, like going as hard as I could. And this was like honestly a really good period of my life. I was locked in. I was feeling focused, but I was getting a bit too distracted on, texting people like on social media, Instagram, Snapchat. I was spending so much time on it. So then I decided to kind of go monk mode. I saw a Hamza video about like dopamine detox. So I go full dopamine detox for a week, like no screens, only trading, and then like nothing else. And then I deleted it's all social media, and I kind of felt like it was like pretty nice. I felt pretty good about myself. So then I decided to delete Snapchat, delete Instagram like full time, and I go full monk mode for like the next 3 months. So from the end of from midway January all the way to around May, this is when I was like fully locked in. Trading was the main focus of my life. Everything was like focused, like everything was like tailored to trading, and this was honestly my downfall. This was not good. Putting too much focus on trading was what caused me to feel like less progress, feeling like I was like living or dying off the results of trade. In February, I opened a live account because I was doing pretty good on demo in January. So I opened a live account with $200 USD, and I'm trading this. I'm feeling pretty good. I ended up that with break even, so it was like okay. So because I couldn't manage the lot size and everything, I was like, I think I'm good. Let's move on to a funded account. So I buy my first funded in March. And I'm still on that, right? It's not good, but I'm still on that funded account. I'm too attached to that funded account, so I really need to just detach myself. And that's something I was struggling with, and I still struggle to this day. I feel like I'm a bit too attached to the funded account. But anyway, what I was trying to say is that I was living or dying off the results of trades, and I wanted to make progress on the funded account. So what do? I saw this video. I think it's Cold Trades. He was like, this was my grind. It was like I would go to school, I'll wake up in the morning, and then I'll go to sleep, and then I would wake up again in the middle of the night, trade lunch session, and then go back to bed, and then wake up again for school, and I would be like 3 hours of sleep. So then I was like, shit, maybe I'll try that. Maybe I'll become successful off of that, because he said that he started seeing progress and seeing money in like 8 months, and that was like the 8-month period for me at that time. So I was like, shit, I need to make progress faster. So then I started trading in London session, and this fucked with my mental so bad. Like I was waking up, I would be feeling like shit the next day, and if I woke up in the middle of the night, I would have the expectation that I would have to take a trade. I would be like, bro, if I woke up, I might as well just take a trade. So yeah, I try taking a trade, try finding an execution point, and then if I lost, I would just feel like shit. And yeah, I remember one day I lost. I literally cried myself about, oh, what the hell, all these tears on my pillows, and I was freaking crying. And then I woke up again for NY session, like 2 hours of sleep, woke up again, and then I took another loss, and I'm just tweaking. I'm like losing my mind. I'm like, bro, what is freaking trading, bro? What am I doing in my life? So yeah, I did that for about 2 weeks, and then after I realized like, bro, this is just my emotions talking. I just want to make progress on the funded account. This is not sustainable. This is just detrimental to my trading, right? So I started just to focus back on NY Open, and I realized like I was just impatient for the good setups, because those 2 weeks that I was trading in London session, I think it was maybe like a week or 2 weeks, but I was during that 1 week, I saw so many good setups on NY Open. It's just I wasn't in the right mindset to take those trades on NY. So I realized like, yo, if I just be patient for New York session trades, then I'll be good, right? So I'm going through and then I'm only risking 0.25 per trade. So this is severely under risking. So it caused me to get impatient, and then I crashed out again in April. I think it was April 1st. I took 2 L's and I was like, bro, what the hell just happened? And I took like a million small executions. I lost like 1% based off just commission, another percent just off of losing, and now I'm like minus 5%. I was at minus 8% before, and then I was like slowly going down to minus 5%. And this was just making me feel even worse because I was super attached to that fund account. In my mind, I wanted to pass the fund account first try. I didn't want to go blow an account and like have to do another one and reset, And that kind of came from like my immigrant mindset, like frugality kind of thing like that. So yeah, that was like my downfall April, and then April I'll take a break for like a week, just off the charts, not caring about trading. And this honestly felt pretty good. I felt pretty relaxed. But when I got back into the charts, I was doing the same thing. I was risking 0.25. I was too attached to the outcome of the trade. So yeah. Another thing that caused this impatience was also I wanted to start posting on YouTube, but I was holding off on posting on YouTube until I would say I'll post on YouTube after I pass the fund account, and this just added extra pressure to me to like make more progress on the fund account, forced me to like want to win more, and if I lost, I would just feel like I'm holding back my future schedule and everything. So I realized this as well. Journaling is a very good thing, so that's how I learned that that's what I was feeling. So I ended up deciding to start posting on YouTube. This was around April time. I think it was like the end of April, beginning of May. So I started posting on YouTube, and I'm feeling so much better. This was like when I started seeing like this in my trading. I was caring less about trading. I was caring less about trading. I was more relaxed, more carefree about the outcomes of my trades. So yeah, everything's going good. I'm winning more than I'm losing. I'm risking proper amounts. I'm risking like 1 to 2% per trade, and I'm making progress on the fund account. I go from drawdown to positive like 3%, and I'm feeling good. I'm posting on YouTube, feeling less pressure to make progress on the fund account. I'm just chilling, right? And this kind of I don't know, it kind of took me out of my fun, like out of my monk mode, because I was more outgoing. I started getting back on social media, started posting on TikTok, started posting, started texting my friends again and everything like that. And this was good. This is good, but I feel like it caused me to kind of lose the purpose. I was still really locked in. I was editing videos on YouTube, posting every day, putting in that work, but it also caused me to not remember the vision that I had. I wanted to buy a car, I wanted to do all this, but it kind of took me out of that vision mindset, and it just kind of caused me to just live life on autopilot, just grinding and then chilling, and this is good and bad. Trading was doing better, but I feel like I wasn't working as hard as I could be. So yeah, and that kind of takes me out of chapter 4, which is monk mode, and it kind of puts me into now, or the new chapter, I guess. That's kind of cringe, but I've been locked in, I've been disciplined. I'm going on a run every time I relapse or something like that, and it's just everything is going good. It's just I feel like trading is just bro, it's I just feel like I'm tired of the grind now. I'm tired of focusing on trading. I'm tired of posting on YouTube and not seeing myself make progress. I'm tired of all this, and I sometimes feel like I just want to relax, just not do anything. And it's just that's kind of state I'm in right now. It's been a whole year. I thought I was gonna be in such a different position than I am right now, and that feeling is caused by having the goals, the time-based goals on my trading progress, and that's something I need to definitely change. Something I learned and something that I changed some time ago, and that caused me to feel a bit better. But in the back of my mind, I still remember those goals I had. I still remember I wanted to I wanted to be buying new fund accounts. I wanted to have more capital. I want to get my first payout, but none of that shit has happened yet. And I feel like that's also caused by comparing myself to others. There's this one YouTuber, I think his name is Jake or something. He made a TikTok and it was 6 months into trading, I got my first payout. 1 year into trading, I got my first 5-figure payout. And now what'll happen in 2 years? And then I'm bro, it's been 1 year for me and I haven't even gotten a payout yet. And it just kind of makes me feel like shit, but I just got to realize that, maybe he was putting more work in. Maybe he was more locked in than I was. Maybe he was, we all have different learning curves. Maybe he just learned better. Maybe he just has a better strategy or something like that. Maybe it's just the only thing I can control is me and how hard I work. So it's kind of like awakening call. I have to put more effort in. I have to put more effort into learning about myself, put more effort into trading, put more effort into social media and YouTube if I want to grow a personal brand. So that's kind of where I'm at now. That's the current state, but Yeah, I mean, like it's been a nice year, I guess. I made a lot of progress. I would say like my mindset from now to like from then is so much better now. I'm like way more disciplined, way more harder working, way more self-aware of what my thoughts are. I put on a decent amount of muscle mass, and I'm pretty lean, I'm like disciplined. My mental is so much better. It's also like my mental is also cooked now because I want all this to happen faster, but I just like it's like, bro, it's just like, bro, I don't know. But, if you're thinking of starting it, I definitely think you should. It can help with your psychology a lot. You learn a lot about yourself. But just me, I feel like it's had a lot of like good for my mental. Like my mindset has definitely changed for the better from starting trading. It's also like, I feel like I'm way more focused on like the future and not the present. And I need to be more grateful for what I have right now. I have my parents are healthy. I'm living in a nice house. I get nice food. I have a fully working body. Things like that. And I have the opportunity to be able to trade. I have the opportunity to be able to put out content. So I gotta be grateful for those and just take those opportunities and just make the best I can out of them. And just keep on growing. Keep on working. So yeah, that's basically all for this video. I don't really know where I went, but yeah, thank you for watching and best of luck on your trading journey if you decide to start.